What's going on, everybody? My name is Bob Lewis. You may remember me from YouTube, Hall of Fame, even maybe, or the Cardboard Podcast, maybe, or more recently of Insert Revolution Podcast fame, or because I'm Carlos, I'll be talk live streams, maybe. But most likely, I'm a foggy, somewhat, like, I think I remember, like, you remember that guy that sat behind you in science class that had unusually bushy eyebrows or something. It's good to make a video. It's going to be long, and I'm going to talk real slow. There may be a few twists and turns along the way. Let's get into it, right? I'm gonna talk a little bit about this year, and then next year. So, fortunately, this year, my goals list was relatively easy. And basically, this video, I'm gonna complete my goals list for last year, so I went easy on myself. There's like a slope in my floor here, so when I lean back. Anyways, into my goals for this year, next year, 2022 goals lists. I've got a handful here. We're going to, in no particular order, of course, right? I mean, how can you rank goals? If I get any of these done, I'll be happy. Let's get into it. Thirsty, hold on. Okay. First, focus on the cards that I want from the players that I collect. Might sound ridiculous, but so I was, I was always just happy when I got a guy that I collected in a pack. So it's essentially buying more singles and less wax. I talked with my dad about it. He likes the approach to just continue which is another goal, to continue to sort of thin out the collection a little bit, the bulk, the endless boxes of commons, and got a few options potentially. Some might just be total donation stuff, but just instead of just continuing to think about it, what I want to do, just get something done with that. But yeah, focusing. I think this year was a good stepping stone to do that for next year. We did open a lot of product in 2021, but I also bought a lot of just cards, as you'll see from some of the pickup highlights, of players that I collect and cards that I like. So that was fun. That was enjoyable for me, and I'm gonna continue to do that. And then also continue to organize my collection. Over here in these boxes here, did baseball, basically top-loaded cards sorted by player, and then I want to do that for all four sports, and then have all the commons of those said sports, basically all this year, this product cards in one spot, basically. So organized. Then from there, can figure out what sets I might potentially want to put together based upon how many comments I have or star cards. That came into play this year when I was like 4 cards away from the 98 Topps Chrome set, football set, and a buddy of mine helped me out there. Steve, what's up? We'll get into more of that later. It's gonna be a long video again. So continue to organize, and I've made a lot of progress so far. So right now, all hockey cards, all football, all baseball, basketball cards are all in one, their own boxes. There's no commingling anymore. So that took forever. So happy to have that. So I've made some progress, but want to continue to do that. Then more on just like personal note, want to be better at maintaining correspondence. I am a social guy. I like to have a lot of conversations going at once, but I think sometimes I get in over my head, and that's not to say that it's not to put any blame or fault or make myself feel bad in any way. It's just, but there's definitely times where I could be better when in a group text or whatever, in a thread, there's just not much participation. I might be, whatever, find something else that I deem to be more of a priority. So kind of just continue to build those, community hobby buddyships. Not just, and also, within the social media platform and outside. So I had mentioned text threads, but also like obviously within the community, participation falling off just because life happens and same old story, blah blah blah. I think I've mentioned this in just about every video. But I'm here. I'll get into more of my thoughts on just that the community as a whole later when I talk about some different channels and things that of that nature. Also like getting care package sending care packages is part something I really like to do and do however I just like I'll see a random George Miller saying stack of cards, and I know I set those aside for Victor, but like it never just gets into another stack and builds up, and then sits there forever. So on one hand, I get it. If you want it to be worth it to send, quote unquote, worth it to send it to them. But sometimes it just I feel like I just gotta send it, because it piles up in my mind, so to speak, of like things I gotta do that can take away some joy. So just get it out, So I'm not putting myself in a position to feel like I'm not a whatever negative talk you want to put on yourself. Anyways, I don't want to get too weird about it all. Weirder than I already have. And then continue. Oh, yeah, I already touched on that. So it kind of went out of order there. But then, I think maybe a first video for the new year will be to speak more specifically on the players that I'm gonna be keying in on. No surprises really. But then talk maybe more about like looking at doing my homework, looking at their checklists, and then finding that little, Carlos just did a video on how he sort of went about taking a search of over 2,000 cards and then finding a collection within that umbrella, under that umbrella that works for him. So, kind of in that same vein, do the same with but he's doing that with like side PC guys. I'd be doing this more with like main PC guys. Anyways, I'll do that, I think, in a separate video altogether. So it's been a good year. I have had the pleasure and opportunity to meet. Started way back with Ground Chuck in March. He came this way to see the Football Hall of Fame, and then was in the Pittsburgh area. We hung out, and then got to go to a card show a few months back over the summer with Dawn Field of Dreams Cards and Reindeer Studios Scott. That was cool. Then just recently was in Wisconsin on a work trip and got to meet up with Scotty Tradition Scott and Mark Stofe, investor, collector, herder, other stuff. He, so those were all kind of unexpected. I never really know my work schedule that far in advance, and the card show thing that Dawn just kind of sent out hey, there's a show this weekend. I don't really keep a handle on what shows are where. Maybe I should do a better job at that, but anyways, just attentions are elsewhere. But I was able to do that. I was happy I was able to do that. Get to a show with my dad. First one we'd been to in quite a while, especially together. I mean, it had been the first one I'd been to since the National. So that was cool. Mail continues to just roll in from the community. I got packages from Curtis here, holiday mail from Reindeer Studios, my man Carlos, dude, I gotta show this one real quick. This is my man Matt Brentwood, Sports and Collectibles, the maker of these bracelets here. He just sent me a card, and I looked at it, and I gave it the no way. So Dawn West Auto, giving this smug look. So and sorry about my like voice. That's got to be annoying to listen to after a while with the borderline cold type of thing. Anyways, Matt, this was awesome, dude. Thank you so much for that. And then like he made his card here is from the National. This was, we did this the year I went too, so that's kind of cool that they replicated that. Abel in Vegas sent me a few cards here, or sent me a Meadows that I didn't have. Eric, 4-leaf cards. Guys just are awesome. I think everybody's seen this by now. Scott gets so many of them out, but well done, sir. And this like sumo wrestling suit, Jason Sandridge, and then dude, I'm really close to. I've got to have at least 2/3 of his Topps run, so I'll have to look into that, adding that to my potential collections that I want to invest in. Oh my goodness, my voice. So I have to project, otherwise my voice will end up just sounding like this. So I can't mumble like I usually do. Brett, look at this. So I mentioned I went to see Scott out in Wisconsin. Hooked me up with this out of 99. Brett Kiesewato from Illusions. Fear the Beard, and then a Claypool rookie as well. Oh my goodness. Mark, being the jokester he is, put a couple of these classic cards, stuff that's, again, right up our alley. I mean, like, this guy's, it's like the whole half of a back of somebody else in your baseball card. And then, it's just the low brim. Too much. I said, dude, you don't have to give me the magnetics. And he said, no, that's part of the gag. So I want to take this out of here. He, if you're on Instagram and all, tag this person, you tag them back for a contest, and like the page, win whatever. This one was a custom card. Who did this? The Card Connect. No, the Card Correct. But it's 1972 vein, lots of refractor shine there, and some depth to it. But Mark won this, and he's like, dude, you had to know you were getting that at some point. That's I mean, I know I don't want to be that guy and expect that kind of crap, but I did. Look at this, Bowman's Best Auto Rookie, Gem Mint 10, Best of 2008 little insert set, rookie year autograph, Gem Mint 10. He said he'd had this forever, and just never got it to me. So, Scott and Mark, I take my cheese hat off to you. He brought this and said break in case of a Bob Lewis appearance. So it happened. It got broke. And then on the Insert Revolution podcast Tuesday nights at 8:05 Eastern Time, 7:05 Central Time, Amish Dave Archer, Uncle Vinny, and Steve, the Broncos 79, do a little show, and Vinny sent me a big old box of cards, and I did an unboxing on there. Some of the highlights I will just show. A Fleer, 92 Fleer Tony's Pizza Shack PSA 6. Smooth. There's a funny story about that if you watch that episode. Well, I'll tell it briefly. I had mentioned this card. Vinny, being the guy that he is, kind of went on a little hunt for me. Unbeknownst to me, I ended up picking it up at a PSA 8, probably the same week he did. He just didn't get his mailed to me in time or whatever. So when I showed it on a podcast or on a show live stream or whatever that we were doing, something else, or a week before or whatever, he was grumbling because he knew that this one was coming to me. Regardless of that, the guy just sent me so much fire parallels, numbered to 25 stuff, numbered to 51, but then all this patch and back cards numbered to 27, numbered to 50, autographed, numbered to 25, this is 10 of 25 museum collection, and then this monster from Clearly Authentic, the blue, out of 25, Austin Meadows rookie. That's a freaking monster. And then so many other just great little cards. So the community is awesome, and I just want to continue to be a part of it. And in other ways, as Hidden Gem does lots of breaks. They're usually pretty cheap, fun breaks. Not to quote the other dude, I think that's a name of something. Ralph. What I'm not sure what he's going by these days, but Hidden Gem is the man. Runs a fun break, and I don't usually catch him live, but I catch him after the fact. Or egg auctions. Support your local egg auctions. You can pick up, sweet. It's not just the new stuff. Sweet inserts from the late 90s and shiny color match refractors. Look at this Thunderclap. 99 Griffey. Thunderclap Fleer Ultra. Pretty cool stuff. Or cards like this. Alex, Palm Beach Sports Cards is usually with egg. This is nothing better than a Dick Pole card than like a severely off-centered Dick Pole card. Or a card like this in one of these plastics. I'm not sure you're gonna be able to pick this up or not, but like that guy's face, like one of his eyes is I don't know, looks like somebody stuck a pin in it, and it looks all mangled now. Anyways, I find it funny. That's all that matters. All right. I think I've covered pretty much everything I wanted to up to this point. Oh, this deserves another showing right here. The trainer card. Pop 1. None graded lower. None graded higher. The year was good to me in a hobby sense. I 20 some minutes. What do you think? Should I do that? So that was sort of my vision approach for the next year. Now I'm wondering if I should cover in a part 2 video all my pickups and whatnot. Otherwise, it's gonna be really long. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do 2 parts. This is the end of part 1. Part 2 will be coming next. Still working out that ending. Video endings. See you later. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna try to cut all this together, so hopefully this is working out for me. Excuse me. Hold on, let me get some water. All right, so let's just cut some of the PSA slabs and orders that I got back this year. The bat down in an 8. The Manning Chrome in a 9. I got the Photo Variation in a 10. The Barkley in a 5. There's some little like surface issues up there that knock it down. Olajuwon in a 7. Shaq Beam Team in a 9. And we got the Dominguez from the live stream pool by the dude. Came back at 10. Pretty excited about that card's potential, and also very nervous about it. An 8 and a 5 in the Jordan stickers. So I'll get the rest of my 86 Fleer back, along with a whole bunch of others, probably in the next month or 2. They went out in February of this, 2021. So it seems like it's pretty close to a full year before people were getting stuff back. So, other things I just want to talk about, a couple misses, at least for now. I picked these up before the season started, and, didn't really, they were relatively cheap when I picked them up just because they hadn't been, but they're both down even from last year, understandably so. This was pretty happy about this pickup, trying to get one of each Shaq's rookie card in a slab. So this was the Tony's Pizza one that I was missing. I had been looking for a 9 for a while, but these are so badly off-centered typically. So I knew I wanted to buy it slabbed. I didn't want to go through all that. So this just came up for the right price and not numbered. Let's see. Just a couple little things kind of working through. These were the Topps Living set. I have them all the Pirates except the second to last one. It might be no, I think it's the second to last one. It's Cole Tucker. And it's one of like the 10 shortest print ones, so people were asking like $50 online, which I'll wait. And I had a buddy tell me, Bing told me, Key Brian Hayes has one out, so we're gonna work something out there. That's been kind of fun. And then another little run. You guys know I've been doing the Clemente run, so still need the 56, 59, 63, 65. So just, looking for excellent condition, more centering. There's a team card. No, I haven't focused on all the team cards yet. That'll be next. So, yeah, still missing 4 of those. That'll be fun to pick up. I didn't really make that a goal for this year, but we'll see. Some things happened in 2021. I bought a basketball collection from a guy at work, small one, but it had some. I've already moved some of the cards, but here's, just a little taste of what was in there. Not to mention a few completed sets, 93 finest, 94 finest basketball, and then a partial 95. So, pretty cool stuff there. Still picking up a lot of Meadows cards. I'll just run through some of those. Picked up that Tiger Stripe. Pretty rare parallel. This was 2020. Went and snagged some rookies. The gold in a 10 was really low pop count on that one. The rainbow foil in a 9. Picked up this in a 9. The chrome refractor. My first 1 of 1 auto from Austin. Picked that up this year, earlier in the year. Then I snagged the black refractor. What was that? 69. Just a great looking card. Let's see. Yeah, this was my biggest rookie pickup this year. The throwback in a 9. Been looking for this one for like 2 years, so finally came up at a reasonable price. Guy accepted my offer, and it is mine now. And then I had Meadows was in Dynasty, so I picked up this 1 of 1 button auto, and this 3-color patch auto, numbered to 10, and then my favorite. Probably my favorite of his in the collection. Just so awesome. And number 206, jumbo. What is it? Ultra patch card. I would say so. This is the most recent one. These jumbo cards. This is the image that I'm kind of going for. Anything I can. This is what, number 1 of 10. So 5x7 there. Where do I want to go next? Okay, so had another big year with Moss. I want to say another, but started focusing on him late spring and then through the summer. Picked up just a lot of numbers. This is 23 of 25. This is 5 of 25, 54 of 68, 17 of 25, 17 of 20. What is this? 81 of 84. That's a cool card. And then a couple of these from Mosaic, the Genesis parallels. They're awesome. Second year refractors. The highlight in the or the season season highlight, yeah. And the base. Some of the more notable was the star date. The downtown, this 2020, 2020 in the Minnesota, and then this year's 2021 had him in the Patriots. So just picked that up recently. Pretty looking card.
Another big one here. Snagged this from our fellow friend and collector, Amish Dave Archer. Good deals only. That's the linchpins. And then finally snagged this earlier in the year as well. Ooh. Numbered 1654 of 2000. Future Watch Moss. Pretty happy about that. Oh man, it was bound to happen. Just a little too much. I got cocky. That's what it was. I got cocky. Last little stack here. Just kind of want to, last couple years have been a little different for me, but in a lot of ways different, but in a lot of ways the same. So, still finding surprises in my collection. Found this old team bag. It was in my Shaq box, but then realized there's a Kobe rookie in there, so that was kind of a cool little surprise. Love these short prints. Keep kind of checking them off my list as well. Mainly the Pirates, but I do like pretty much all of them. I don't know why I'm a sucker for the short print. Still adding like all-time great cards that you want to add to your collection. Still adding cards like that. Still adding smaller notable cards, rookie cards to the collection. Still adding ridiculous cards to the collection. Look at that picture. Still adding young players of my team. Prospecting, if you will. Pirate prospecting is a lot cheaper than mainstream prospecting. So excited about O'Neal Cruz. Still opening product and pulling some pretty cool cards that, some excited about the future. Some I'm probably thinking I should have sold already, and some I'm just not sure what to do with. All right. So, like I say, some ways it's different, and some ways it hasn't changed much at all. All right. Gonna wrap this up with one last pickup from a friend. Card that he had sort of pegged for me a while before I actually acquired it. It was just a matter of like him being willing to hold it and me being willing to get some funds together, and we were able to pull it off. This is my favorite pickup of the year. 2003 Topps Chrome Basketball. Certified autograph. Shaquille O'Neal in the Lakers uniform. So I did snag his in an Orlando on the upper deck. But this was the other missing piece. Maybe I'll add a Miami one day. I was still kind of paying attention at that point, but awesome. Thank you, sir. Thinking much, man. All right, dudes, dudettes. I probably had plans to maybe go, chat a little bit, but I think I'm just gonna call it quits there for the pickups. I might turn the camera on and have some other things to say, but yeah, that's it for the pickups for 2021. Looking forward to 2022. 1, 2, 3. All right, back for one final thought. I still love the hobby. I still get excited about the hobby. I still share in the hobby with friends and family. And I think, as much as there's some uncertain stuff about what it's going to look like in the next coming years with all the big changes and, the impact of grading, and it's all continuing to just kind of change the hobby. And that's okay. Change is inevitable. But I do
feel like there's, no matter how much it changes on a grand scale, that there's still going to be, um, ways for me to enjoy the hobby like I've always have. So that's cool. I look forward to just continue to meet people, try to be better about putting some content out now that, newborn baby is less newborn, and we're, figuring stuff out as far as just day to day, and timing, prioritizing time, all that, prioritizing funds. So yeah, it's been a good year. Um, Wish I could have made it to the national, but I look forward to trying to get to 2022 in Atlantic City. It's a little bit closer for me, and yeah, hopefully can meet up with some YouTubers there, and maybe even hit a Philly show on the other side of the state, or just some card shows to get to get out and experience the hobby. I have any other notes down here? Not really. Oh, one thing that I did, and I won't really get into it, but I did go down the Z Folio route. I guess I can show a little bit, but Shaq rookies, just a bunch of Shaq stuff. I got some Jordan stuff in here, and then even some just cool basketball card stuff that I kind of want to keep. I think is the way I'm doing it. That way, if I come across something in a box, do I want to get rid of this or not? If I know I've gone through it and taken out what I want, put in the Z Folio, then I feel better about knowing I can let something go. So maybe more on that as that new avenue of the collection or hobby experience shapes up and out or in around. That's it. Thanks to everybody. You guys are awesome. Thanks for all the support. Made a lot of friends. I wish I could keep in touch with everybody all the time, but I appreciate those that kind of reach out here and there. I try to do the same. Thanks for all the care packages, guys. It's just awesome. Something I'm going to be better at in 2022. Just being more timely about stuff like that. Trying to involve myself in more contests, and maybe even do a couple of my own. Just better participation without like the sense of impending doom if I don't. That sounds ridiculous, but it's the way my mind works sometimes. So, Happy New Year. Take care, everyone. Bob Lewis remains in 2022.
Oh, jeez.